everybody. Welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. Um, so first, we're just gonna get started. I'll kind of get into where I've been. Um, Ignore the beeping in the background. I'm on TeamSpeak. Uh, have it muted right now, so just ignore it. Uh, it's been a while since I played. We're in Phoenix right now. Ignore my parking. I haven't played in, 6 months now. We got a load. We're headed up to Moab, Utah, and kind of address where I've been, why it's been like a year, almost a year and a half now since I've posted anything, and just kind of give an update and let you guys know that I'm back and I'm excited and I cannot wait for what the future holds. So let's get in it and let's get going. All right, so as you can see, I'll pull up the GPS. I probably should pull up the map instead. I'll do that. And it's not showing me my route. I don't know what that's about. Okay, we'll just skip that part. Let's go F6. Oh, okay, that's what it is I've got to go get my load first. Like I said, it's been a while since I played this game, so forgive me. So we will head off and we will go pick up our load. Just using the stock 389 right now, Peterbilt. I thought I had Viper 389 on here. I don't know what happened. As soon as I loaded it in, it essentially kicked it out. Like I said, I've been out for a little bit, so I don't even know what's working as far as mods. I got some friends that I need to talk to about that. There's actually a guy that I plan on kind of like buying trucks off of him. From what I can see, all of his trucks look phenomenal, and I would not mind rolling around one of his trucks. I've heard great things about his mods and modeling. So we're gonna get out here. We're gonna get going. I'm gonna pick up this load, and we'll just kind of go over kind of what's taken place in the past year and a half. All right, so we got loaded. Looks like we're hauling a bunch of tubes. Could be anything construction, delivering to somewhere like Home Depot or whatever. Not really sure. But anyways, we're just gonna get out of here and we're gonna get on our way to Moab, Utah. I believe the trip is about 8 hours. Let's see, next stop is in 13. Yep, 8 hours, 39 minutes. Should easily be able to make this within our time. We're doing pretty well on gas. So we're just going to get on down the road and get to chatting. All right, so as stated in one of my last episodes of really anything that I made, um, I joined the railroad, got hired on with them last July. So I kind of fell off. That's kind of where the it started. Uh, the railroad and going through the training. Um, that kind of just took up all my free time. And so what free time I did have, or so to say, it took up all my time. What free time I had, I just wanted to spend with my family. So my availability just became close to none. Also, we were living in a little 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom, like 950 square foot apartment. My computer was hooked up to the main TV in the house. So anytime I wanted to do anything, my wife and kid had to go find something else to do. So it wasn't really fair. Um, I could always wait till night when they lay down and go, get on and do what I wanted, but then they're trying to sleep and here I am talking. Or, I want to go and hang out with my wife at night. Um, it got to be inconvenient for me to play video games. I mean, I barely even played my. Whoa, what the hell happened there? Oh, please. Well, I took that a little sharp. Let's see how we're going to get out of this. Again, ignore this horrible driving. It has been way too long since I last played. Um, there we go. We broke free. Okay, so it became inconvenient for me to play, which is really unfortunate because I loved it. I even stopped playing 5M. Last thing I posted was I was with Midwest RP. I ended up leaving Midwest RP. Tried to join a couple other smaller communities, but again, just never had the time or really want to get on and play. Uh, between the railroad and my family, I just kept busy. Um, then I ended up getting furloughed from the railroad shortly after I graduated conductor class. I got furloughed about January of this year. Kind of been furloughed since. Um, so I went back and I was, working with the guard. But again, it's just, I'd have nights to play, but I either wanted to hang out with my wife or sleep because I was tired. And I just didn't want to hog the only TV in the house. I didn't think that that was fair. So we'll fast forward a little bit more. Um, I ended up deciding to deploy with my unit. It was almost a last minute deal. I knew the deployment was coming up. I knew that people were going on this deployment. Someone had to drop out, so I stepped up and said that I would go. I had less than 30 days uh, from the time that I said I would go till the time that we left. I'm gonna get up to 70 here, and we're just gonna cruise out. I don't like going much faster than that. Um, and that was back in May that I said I would go. A month later, I'm on an airplane and I'm headed over to Kuwait. I spent the last 4 months in Kuwait, so I was really ghost for that because I didn't bring my computer with me because then I'd have to bring my computer, my mouse, my keyboard, my controller, my headset. I'd have to find a TV. So I didn't even think that that was an option, and I didn't think I'd really have much time to play. Uh, then I got there, and I get a day off. That's just how it works over there. And I'm like, man, I could really, you know, I could play ATS right now, or I could play 5M. Like the internet wasn't terrible. I could buy my own personal little hotspot, uh, or I just sit in my room and play. And so I have since decided to get a laptop. That's not gonna be till a little bit further down the road. I'm still using my computer right now. But anyway, so I was deployed for the last 4 months. I've actually been back for all of 5 days right now. And give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I just needed to check something on TeamSpeak. Anyways, so been back for about 5 days. Uh, Let me back up a little bit. During the process of me being gone, my wife and I finally in a position to where we can buy a house. And we did just that. We bought a house. So now we have more room. We have 4 bedrooms versus the two. Uh, and we've over doubled our square footage. So we just have a lot more room. So get home, did the initial thing of hanging out with my family, just spending time with them. Now I have a little bit more freedom and free time to game, record, edit, do all that. So um, I haven't really set up my own little office space yet. Uh, I will be buying stuff for a little office section, if you will, in our basement. within hopefully the next few weeks to come, we'll kind of just play it by ear. Wife and I have a honeymoon, if you will, that we're gonna go on come the end of this month, November. So any kind of man, they must have changed the physics in this because this thing is all over the road. I don't remember it bouncing around like that. Anyways, we got our honeymoon. We're going to Las Vegas. I have never been as an adult. Last time I went, I think I was 11. So, of course, I didn't get to enjoy Las Vegas for Las Vegas. I just got to see all the pretty lights and get told that I can't even look at the slot machines while walking through one of the casinos. So, and then we've decided that we are going to pop over to Disneyland for about 2 days, kind of just feel it out, see from there, um, and explore Disneyland. We are both very excited about that and cannot wait to go. Just a couple more weeks before we leave. Anyways, hopefully within the next few weeks to the next month, I can start buying stuff for my own little office. Um, and I won't be playing on the only TV in the house. Not necessarily the only TV in the house, but the main TV in the house, the one that everyone uses. Now it can be, more or less what it was used for, and I'll have my own little office space and I can do what I want to do, which is this. Um, so it's kind of just where I've been. There are some exciting things happening. I am getting back into FiveM. That's actually why you keep hearing the beeping is I'm in TeamSpeak right now waiting to talk to somebody. Uh, I've actually joined OCRP. If you guys remember Rollin' Heavy, aka Virgil Steamwater, from my Deep South Justice and Midwest RP videos. He's with them. He's been with them for a while. We left Midwest about the same time. He's continued playing FiveM. Again, I fell off. So I'm really excited to get back into role playing and doing that with him. And who better to kind of show me the ropes of FiveM or OCRP, Orange County Role Playing, other than Rollin' Heavy himself. It's going to be a blast. I'm really looking forward to it. Me and him kind of talked about some different things that we want to do. We bounced some ideas back and forth off of each other. I've got some character ideas that I want to do. I'm going to have one character. I haven't quite decided a name for him yet, but he's going to be kind of my main one that I use most of the time. I'll give a little background story on him. He's essentially going to start out with nothing. He's going to be literally living on the streets, bouncing around hobo camps and things of that nature. And I got an unexpected detour. All right, let's see what this is about. Um, so, it's making me get off the highway? No, it's making me go around. Okay. This is interesting. Wonder if I can still use the off ramp. We're gonna try it. I didn't see anything that said I couldn't. Um, so anyways, he's gonna do anything he can to make a buck. Uh, and I mean literally anything. I'm not gonna get into too much detail because I don't want to ruin the surprise, or at least what I think is going to be the surprise. Um, wow, that was a horrible stop. Okay. So, can't turn there because there's something going on over there. Let's see. Looks like there's a broken down truck. Alright, we're going to keep going. Let's look at our map and see where we can even go. Because there's not many options in this game. It's not like... Okay. Okay, so... What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go straight, go through Holbrook, and then go north that way. Okay, so we will go that route. Um, but anyways, that's kind of the character that I'm going to have. That's going to be my main character. I'll decide a name for him when the time comes. Anyways, I'm essentially on hold right now in TeamSpeak, waiting to finish up some last minute stuff before I can get training done and then actually get in server and start role playing. If you remember some of the other videos that I have of me playing Civ with like Deep South Justice, it's all scenario based. We always set up a scenario and gave the cops something to do. This time around, which I think is a little bit better for me and my creativity ability, I'm not the type of person that can just create a scenario out of thin air and roll with it. I kind of like to just let things play out and see how they go. Well, now being with them, it's going to be more of a life RP. Hence why I have the whole backstory and the thought process behind what I want to do with my first character. Um, the interactions with the cops and other civs in that game are going to happen because of the life that this character is going to portray. It's not just going to be, oh, let's just, go get three people together and go rob a bank for, to give everybody something to do. It's now going to end up being, all right, hey, let's go rob a bank so we can put food on our table. And I'm going to play out that whole thing. It's not just going to be, oh, let's go rob a bank. You're going to see the entire story, not just the scenario. I'm so stoked about that, and I cannot wait. So, more FiveM content will be coming. Just be patient, or really, rather, I be patient, because I can't wait. I'm excited, as I've mentioned like 3 times now. So now let's talk about ATS. Like I said earlier, there's a guy that I want to start buying modded trucks off of. But that's down the road. I don't think that I'm going to do any of that right now. Right now, my computer's having a tough enough time running just ATS. I don't know that I have any mods on right now, and if I do, there's not very many. I don't even think I'm running a visual mod right now. Oh, there I am drifting out of my lane. I'm not used to playing. It's been so long. Let me get over. Anyways, so I don't know that I'm running any mods, and if I am, there's not a lot on. I thought I was running Viper's 389, but apparently not. Or at least maybe he took it down and is not going to update it anymore. I don't know what game version we're on anymore. It's 1.3 something or 1.4 something. We are using DirectX 11 engine, which, from my understanding, is a little bit more stable for people with crappier computers. Mine's starting to fall in that spectrum. It allows them to run graphics at a higher rate or a higher resolution than they would with DirectX 9. I'm sure mine are like on Ultra, and you may think, okay, yeah, you're running 60 frames per second and it looks good, but I've seen people run better and look great. So we're doing all right now. It's also because I have like little to no mods in. There's Oregon, which I don't know that my last video I even went up to Oregon. I can't remember, and I'm not going to go back and watch it. At least if I went back and watched it, it'd be after I finished this episode, so it'd be kind of a moot point. So there is Oregon, there's Washington, which I don't even think I've made it up to Washington yet. And now we have Utah, which is where we're headed right now. It was kind of cool that SCS put out 2 maps, or 2 states this year versus the 1 a year they've been doing. Oh, can't get over. We'll have to wait. So it's really cool that we finally got 2 states this year. Finally happy to see. I bet I need this. Nope. Okay, we're good. I need to just get over and stay over. I shouldn't be dipping back and forth between the right and the left lane. Once we get around this, was this Kenworth? Yeah, we'll get over and stay over. Um, so, anyways, essentially three new pieces to the map that I need to check out, and I completely lost my train of thought. Uh, yeah, there's just been some big updates to this game. It seems like there's a little bit more physics of how the truck rolls. Uh, that's something I don't recall. Uh, you do have ownable trailers now, which is what I'm rolling with right now, and it's my own flatbed that I have. That was like one of the most anticipated updates that the entire ATS and ETS for that matter, so essentially SCS community had been waiting for. There were some people that were saying no, they're never going to do it. The engine couldn't support it. That's a lot of tax on the engine. Well, then they went and upgraded engines, and here we are with the ownable trailers. It's been 4, 5, 6 months, probably closer to 5 or 6 months since I've even looked to see what customization options there are for it anymore. I'm not completely sure. This is just one that I've had, tucked away in my garage, so I'm just using that. It's just a flatbed, nothing special. I initially you couldn't put like chrome wheels on it. They were just like brushed silver. So now we can put chrome on and put a little bit more customization towards the different trailers that you might roll. I need to get in and play with it and see what else there is, what else we can do since all the new updates have come out for it. Um, as far as what else SCS is doing, I'm not really sure. I haven't really been in the loop. Being, deployed, you know, they had Wi-Fi and I can get on, Facebook and Instagram and all that, but I didn't really keep too good at tabs on what was happening. I just, I'd get on, talk to my friends, let everybody know I was doing all right, and then, I'd go about my business. Whether it was, my day off and I'd sit in my room and play on my iPad or talk to my family, or, it was after work and I got out of the gym and I was waiting to talk to my little boy before I went to sleep, who, mind you, is sitting right behind me and watching me play right now. Cutest little kid ever, I swear. I know there were some big updates with the latest release, whatever game version we're on. Um, I know that there was some big releases with that. I don't remember what it was. If you're really curious, you can go look it up. I'm sure it's all over SCS's blog. And Utah, it was just released like last week. It was actually released like 2 days before I got home. I don't know what the next state is. Nobody's really said anything, or SCS hasn't said anything. I imagine it'd be about a month or so before they even hint towards another state. It's kind of been their trend is a month after releasing one state. So like when they released New Mexico, about a month later, you started getting hints that Oregon was coming out. Well, then they released Oregon. About a month later, they started hinting towards uh, Washington. Well, Washington was released, and a couple months later, or about a month later, I think it was actually about 2 weeks later, you start seeing hints that Utah's next. There's some speculation that it is Idaho, which I think is a possibility. It could be Texas. I I have no idea. I'd imagine that they'd want to do like all of the western part of the United States before continuing to go east any more than New Mexico. It kind of seems to be their trend so far. So I could see Idaho next. I imagine Montana, where I'm at, is going to be in the mix. That's going to be a little bit bigger one. That one might take a while. So who knows? I don't see them going to Montana right off the bat. They're definitely going to do Idaho before Montana. So it just have to wait and see what SCS comes out with next. So I ran out of things to talk about already, which is funny. I haven't played in a year and a half, and I'm already out of things to talk about. Uh, but I mean, I kind of went over pretty quickly of where I've been. Just Railroad took most of my time. It wasn't fair for me to play on the computer all the time. Uh, Stop. There we go. Uh, wasn't really fair for me to play on my computer with it being on the main TV in the house. Now having a house, an actual house, not just an apartment. I should have said the only TV in the apartment. Um, but having a TV in the house, or having my own space in the house, uh, like I said, is going to open up the opportunity for me to be able to play more, which I'm stoked about. Uh, some of the things that I'm gonna buy once the time comes, and I've got like all this planned out, and I know exactly what I want. It's sitting in my Amazon uh, checkout right now, waiting to hit go. So if you guys want to donate to me, so I can get my office up, that would be greatly appreciated. But just a joke. I got a desk. It's nothing fancy. They say it's a gaming desk. I really don't give a shit what it is. It's a desk, and it needs to hold my computer. Oh, side note, welcome to Utah. And this is our first trip through Utah together. Like I said, I have not been here. So we'll both get to experience this together. Or we will all get to experience this together. Anyways, so a desk, a gaming chair that reclines like 180 degrees. Between you and me, I hope I don't fall out of it if I ever decide to lay it back that far. I don't know why you would. If you want to lay down, get your ass out of the chair and go lay in a bed. Just my personal opinion. So, got the chair. It's actually a Captain America chair. I'm pretty stoked about it. Uh, I'm not a big superhero fan. I like superheroes. I'm not going to pretend to be, one of these dudes that just is a huge comic book nerd and absolutely loves all superheroes. I favor Marvel. Captain America would be my favorite superhero, so I'm getting me a Captain America chair. I also think it looks badass. Uh, Getting myself a new microphone, similar to the one that I'm using now, different from the one I was using before. It's going to have, man, I'm not used to this game. I came up on that turn and stopped really quick. It's going to be more like a boom, like you would see almost in a studio. Going to try using one of those. Hopefully this microphone, kind of similar to what I'm using now. I'm just going to buy a more expensive version, hopefully a better quality one when the time comes. I hope that the sound's a lot crisper. Doing some audio testing before this video, it sounds like there's a little bit of white noise in the background. I'm just going to have to play around with it and figure out how to fix that. Uh, so bear with me on that. And I'm buying that and the boom. Uh, I'm buying it's like a Stream Deck. I forget exactly what it is, but it gives me a couple extra buttons to use to like mute um, Discord or to mute TeamSpeak, uh, raise and lower the volumes, kind of things like that I can use for Discord and TeamSpeak. That I'm not necessarily that way. I'm not using my keyboard and affecting any type of key bindings that there might be, say I use the J key, and here I am trying to mute Discord, but then it's making me do something funny in FiveM. That's why it's own separate key bindings. I'm not screwing with anything. Uh, I'm buying a foot pedal for push to talk for TeamSpeak and Discord. I shouldn't need it for Discord. The only time I'm really going to be on Discord chatting is if like me and Roland are in a chat together. That way, me and him can kind of chat and BS, and not have to use the TeamSpeak server for that, and everybody hears what we're doing, or do it completely through in-game chat. Just make it a little bit easier. Um, so the foot pedal will at least be for sure used for TeamSpeak. As civilian, it really won't matter much. You don't need TeamSpeak much other than to just kind of coordinate with other civs on what you're doing, so nobody's, both, so no more than really one civ, maybe two at most, are running, doing high priority calls, and tying all the cops up. That way you can just kind of coordinate with them. What I am going to use it for is I will eventually get back into LEO RP. It's going to be a little bit, it's not something I'm going to do right off the bat. I will get back into it. Right now, I'm more or less just going to get back into role playing and building up my character base with Roland. But having the push to talk pedal will be really nice, because I will leave push to talk on, so nobody hears what's going on outside of what they need to hear, outside of essentially radio traffic. Anytime I need to talk, just hit that foot pedal, and then I can chat, or I can talk through TeamSpeak. So that's really the big thing I got it for, which is LEO, or I shouldn't say what I'm getting it for, not what I got it for. It'll be used for that mostly. And sidebar, I know I haven't really explored much, but from what I'm seeing, like, they've done a fantastic job on Utah so far. Excuse me. Looks absolutely beautiful. Of course, SES, they're just getting better and better with each state. They're really outdoing themselves. And for all those cheap people out there, I have absolutely no problem paying for these states, because if it keeps getting better and better like this, sign me up. I'll pay $30 a state if I have to. Anyways, then just some other small things, like some like LED lights to go underneath the desk, just to kind of make it look cool. I'm also buying a countdown, if you will. That way, when I'm doing role playing, playing FiveM, I can kind of keep track of how long my recording's been going for. That way, I don't have like all this great content, and now I'm trying to break it up into, I have this, let's say, 2-hour clip, and it's all great content, and now I'm trying to figure out how to use it all in one episode, which that episode would be stupid long, and B, I can use what I need to out of it and then get rid of it and then go to the next one. That way it just kind of breaks up and separates my recordings, and that way I also know for myself, like, just how long I've been on and how long I've been doing it for. It's a good time management tool, if you will. I don't think there was really anything else. I can't wait to get all that stuff. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm still using my computer. This computer is now 6 years old. I bought it when I got back from my first deployment back in 2013. Here we are, 2019, so it's 6 years old. And you see it's running ATS. Right now I'm getting 60 frames per second, and it looks pretty good. But it's getting to that point when it does start to show its age. If I put too many mods on this, you see my FPS is tank. I'm talking low 30s to high 20s. Uh, so I've decided that if all goes well, come summer, spring, summer, I'm gonna get me a laptop. Like I said earlier, I decided that I'm gonna go with a laptop this time because I'm gonna deploy again. Don't know when. Uh, it could be on our unit's next rotation. It could be the following. Just kind of have to see how life is at that point and if my family can handle me deploying again. Because it's hard on a family. It's I don't care who you are. It's hard. Uh, but it'd be nice is next time I deploy, have my laptop, have a laptop. And that way I can continue at least gaming and give myself something to do on the weekends versus sitting in my room, bored, not doing anything, playing on my iPad. Uh, I went through like 3 different games on my iPad, just trying to keep myself entertained for the 4 months. At least next time I deploy, I'll have a laptop and be able to play ATS or hopefully 5M. I'll have to probably get myself a personal hotspot, but it'll be worth it. I hope we're getting close. It looks like there's a city coming up. Oh, yep, there we are. We're getting close to Moab. So we're getting close to the drop. Um, so I'll kind of just leave with the final remarks here. Thank you guys so much um, for the support. Um, which, I mean, just thank you guys for sticking it out with me. I'm back. I'm ecstatic to get back to making content. I really do truly enjoy making videos and editing them and showing you guys kind of what I do in the gaming world. I'm not looking to get rich off of this. I'm not looking to make this a full-time job because I think once it becomes a full-time job, then it doesn't become fun anymore. This is merely a hobby, and I want it to stay that way. So I'm not looking for, the big bucks out of this. I'll make the big bucks doing something else. I'll provide for my family other ways. I just merely like doing this because it's fun and I really enjoy it. And I love, you know, testing out editing software to see what else I can do, which I did get new editing software and I'm excited to play with it and really get into what it can do. Man, look at the detail on these streets. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It may be a few days, week or two before I get another video posted, but hang in there. There will be more coming, and we will see you guys later.